What's up, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Rise and shine, baby. This is hammer time. Or is this pre-hammer time? I don't even know. I just show up. I just show up and I start batting. As you should too. As you should too, guys. Check it out. Check it out. I was thinking about this yesterday. This quote. Someone told me that it was from the Bible somewhere, Proverbs or something like that. It's idle hands are the devil's workshop. The devil's workshop. Devil's workshop. Idle hands, guys. Idle hands. What does that mean? If you're sitting there doing nothing, nada, zero, no mucho, no bueno, poquito, nada. Look, whether you believe in this, whether you believe in what's written in the Bible or not, or whether you believe whatever you believe, we can't deny the fact that idle time is the devil's workshop. We can't deny that. Anywhere you are, and you just start thinking about something, man, you start going down, baby. You start going downtown. I'm going downtown. You start going down because you start thinking. You start using your loco mucho. See, I call the thinking. I call the loco. The loco comes out. And it's like, somebody call my name. Somebody needs my services. We need to think about this. Rethink it. Overthink it. Cool. You see, the mind loves to think about stuff. It's what it does. It rejoices. I think it gets rewarded. Some dopamine in there, and it gets rewarded. Right on the noggin. I don't know about the biology of it, but I assume. I mean, shit. The only reason why we do things is because we're trying to seek pleasure or avoid pain. And I think every time we do any of those two things, I think we get rewarded. Biologically get rewarded. I don't know, maybe a little dopamine in there. Bah, a little high. Oh my God, I feel so good because I'm thinking about stuff and I don't actually have to do it. All I have to do is think about it. So, idle hands are the devil's workshop. Okay? Idle hands. Every time you're sitting there, you're not doing anything. Look, before you know it, or you're doing something, but you're thinking more than you're doing. If you're thinking more than you're doing, you are in deep problemo. You have a very mucho problemo. A big problem, guys. If you're thinking more than you're doing. Okay? Which is, by the way, I would estimate, not scientifically here, I would say about 95% of the population overthinks more than they do. I would probably guess that. Which is think about stuff so much. We have idle hands. We sit there, we paralyze. We write goals down and we think and we look at them and we start thinking about how they can even be possible to get done without taking a step. Without making a move, without swinging that bat, without punching that bag, we're like, you know what? Somehow this is it's good enough if I just think about it. And then what happens is because you never move, then you tell yourself, well, maybe not. You see, you have this contradiction happening. Hey, I know it's true because it happened to me. Like those little kids in the commercials, it happened to me. Yeah, guys. It's something that I understand. Something that I know about. I think everybody knows about it. I think you know about it. I think most people know about it. Whether we're real or not about it, whether we come into terms and we're like, you know what, maybe this cat's right. Maybe what this cat's saying is very mucho real. I don't know. You need to come into terms with that. But I will tell you this, look, every time you are not moving, you're not doing scary stuff. Scary stuff means a lot of things, guys. Scary stuff might mean doing those things that you're procrastinating. Definitely that. But it also can be doing those things that you've been thinking about that you're not sure whether you should do them or not. Paying marketing, paying coaching, that kind of thing. And you're like, I don't know. If you do it, if you get it out of the way, you can move on to what actually works. If for any reason that didn't work, you can move on. You can move on to what actually works, because now you have data. The problem is that when you don't have data, you have a lot of imagination, and you start thinking about things that work or may not work, but it's not true. It's just your loco trying to convince you. It's your loco trying to convince you of what could or could not happen. See, it's trying to play games with you. Your mind, that's what it does. Every time your hands are idle, your hands are not doing anything. You're pondering. You're like that thinker from that famous sculpture by Rodin, Auguste Rodin. You're thinking there. You're thinking. You're. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. My gallery show. Oh my God, my gallery show. Or oh man, I'm gonna do a series of paintings. Oh, what are they gonna be like? Let me see. Let me think about it. Or I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna open a website, or I'm gonna sell artwork online, or I'm gonna do workshops, or whatever. You sit there and you think about it. Oh, baby, mucho malo. Those are idle hands. Those are idle hands. See, it's not just the hands. It's your impact. It's your impact. It is your impact. It is my belief that many people that become challenged in different ways, whether it's physical or emotional, many of them become very invested in something. And I believe that they do that because they're very wise. I think about Mr. Hawkins, who recently left. I think about Hawkins. He probably thought, man, what a huge challenge I'm facing physically, right, psychologically, and everything, right? If it's physical, it's going to affect your mind. I would assume your state, the way you feel about yourself, and on, your production level, and I would just think that. I mean, I assume that he thought, man, this is going to be a huge challenge. I cannot let this thing beat me. I need to get productive. I need to overcome this in a different way. Because if he has this challenge, and he doesn't become productive in any way he can, aka writing books, doing more study, and expanding the knowledge. Hey, dude, turn down a little. Expanding that knowledge. He would then become idle hands, right? Idle hands. Einstein talked about it. I remind everyone every day about it. I mean, if a genius said it already, why you don't need me to say it? Because I'm a genius too. But Einstein already said it, guys. Look, keeping the balance of life is like riding a bicycle. The only way that it works is that you have to keep pedaling, right? You can't stand still. If you stand still, you lose balance. You cannot stand still. A lot of people think that balance means not doing anything, and I think that that's where we go wrong. It's funny because people are like, find your balance, like don't do anything, for periods of time or whatever. It's like, yeah, but it means that you are working very hard in other periods of time. Like, I understand that balance, but most of us don't work hard enough. What we do is that we think a lot. Most of us don't even work hard enough. We are thinkers. That's the tragedy of most people. Yes, I call it a tragedy. It's the tragedy of most people, that we think more than we do. It is an unbalance. While most people think they're being balanced because they have long periods where they are not active, I think most people are unbalanced because of that. The entire universe, is moving. There's something happening in the planets. There's something happening. The entire universe. People, when they reach a certain age, they know that they need to stay active, physically active, so that they can have health in their mind and their heart. Physically active. They stay physically active. Why? Why those people that go to those retirement homes, they don't like going there. They want to stay in a place where there's a community, where they can be active, where they can continue chatting, talking, finding purpose, finding reason to show up. Why? Because they recognize in them that they need to stay active in order to stay alive. There's a recognition. There's an instinct. It's an instinct. It's the same thing. I've learned this the hard way in my business. Look, if you don't stay active in your business, it's going to die. It needs to be active. It cannot be stagnant. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. Idle hands. Boredom. Complacency. Every time you're just sitting there, you're pondering about your art career, your art business, or whatever, you're being complacent. You're being complacent. Complacency and all of that stuff, guys, it doesn't work. All right, you got to stay active. You got to move. You got to do something. So I'll leave you guys with that. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist. And this was my little morning wisdom for you guys. All right. Peace. I'm out.